Does this mean I get to learn how to get jacked now?
No, you can't get jacked until you understand the phrase poop.
Poop?
Once you understand poop, you'll understand how to get jacked. But what does poop mean? Progressive overload for optimal progress.
Progressive over. What? That doesn't even. Progressive overload. Alright, yeah. So you want to get huge, you want to get jacked, and you came to the right place. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that as a beginner, as a noob, as a first timer. I'm going to teach you exactly the route I would take if it was back to my first day in the gym. First and foremost, please excuse the salami spots on my body. I recently received oral from an octopus and I found out I'm aquasexual. Don't judge me for it. But without further ado, let's get into the first topic of this video. Where do you start? You want to get into the gym. What's first things first? The first thing is your routine. How often you're going to the gym, what exercises are you going to be doing. Now I am going to advocate for full body workouts, and I'm going to say the frequency of 3 times per week. Now there's several reasons why I'm choosing this. First is you don't want to go from never going to the gym to immediately going 6 times a week. That's how people go for a month or two, these New Year's resolutionists, and then they just fall off mid-February. You're doing too much right off the bat. Just like you're going to progressively overload in the gym, which I'll talk about soon, you also need to progressively overload how often you're in the gym. And to start off, 3 times a week full body workouts is going to be good enough. You can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I don't care what days you do. Your muscles are already understimulated. They're primed for growth. I have a routine that I already put up on my Gumroad. Check it out. It's in the description. Free to download. It's old and I still believe in it. That's why I'm promoting it again, because it is, in my opinion, one of the most efficient full body routines that you can do. Now, you want to do this for approximately, I'm going to say 3 months. After 3 months, you'll notice probably that the routine is starting to get a little bit easier. You're recovering quicker. You're starting to get stronger on all the lifts, etc., etc. After the 3-month period is I advocate for pull push legs, not push pull legs. I flip the first 2 days because you don't want to train back the day before legs. So back and biceps, chest and triceps, legs and shoulders, rest. You can find really good routines like that on YouTube. Jeremy Ethier has it, Jeff Nippert, Alpha Destiny. There's a lot of great YouTubers. I want you guys to learn how to become resourceful. After that 3-month period, switch over to a 6-day push pull legs, but it's really pull push legs. Do it that way. Back and biceps, chest, tris, leg and shoulders. This is a routine that I personally made a lot of gains on. The second topic is progressive overload. Why is this important? You ever see those people that go to the gym, you know them for a long time, for years, and they just look the same? Most of the time it's one of a few reasons. Maybe they're not recovering enough sleeping, maybe they're not eating enough, but most of the time it's they're not doing progressive overload. If you go to the gym for years and you're lifting the same weight every year, you're not going to get bigger, theoretically speaking, based on the data and stuff like that. Especially as a natural, you have to do it. Now what is that? It's progressively overloading how difficult your workouts are. And this could be through using heavier weights, doing more sets per muscle group, shorter rest times, or more reps per set, different types of sets, drop sets, giant sets, all of the above. I personally like to do it through more reps and heavier weight. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're shoulder pressing 40-pound dumbbells, 10 reps. And then, a few weeks go by and you're like, it's so easy. I'm doing 4 sets of 10 reps. It's like nothing. Okay. Great. Time to progressive overload. Pick up the 45s. Now you're going to do the 45s for 10 reps. Let's say you only get 8. Great. Now you have a target to work towards. Once you get 10 reps with that 45, boom, now it's time to move it up to 50. This is what you do. You want to progressively overload the weight you're using in the specific rep range. This is how you're going to force the muscle to grow. If you lift the same weight and the same rep ranges and you do the same thing every time, the muscle has no reason to grow. It's not being pushed to its limit. It's not surpassing its limit. Captain motherfucking Yami. You feel what I'm saying? So if you don't give the muscle a reason to grow by progressively overloading it, it's not going to grow. Now, the third topic, protein and calories. A lot of people don't want to go through the trouble of tracking their calories, right? But since you're a gym noob, honestly, it's best to build that habit right off the start. I'm going to say at the bare minimum, learn how to track your protein intake. Understand how many grams of protein are in the food you're eating and how many grams you need to eat per day and how many you are currently eating per day. On YouTube, experimenting on how to count your calories. Go buy a food scale. Go get one of those fancy apps. Get in the habit of tracking your food. It's not an unhealthy obsession. Everybody says, if you track calories, you're obsessed and it's not good for your mental health. Dude, this is the thing. You need to be obsessed to get to the next level. I'm tired of hearing this shit. If you want something that's impressive, you walk by and you're jacked and people snapping everyone's necks. Oh my god, that guy's jacked. Do you think he got there by not being obsessed? You have to obsess about it so that in the future, when you get really good, you can pull back on it. Learn how to count your calories from the start. Trust me on this. So I have a video on that. Go to my channel, scroll to the bottom. It's called The Most Important Tool for Fat Loss. It can be applied to maintenance and bulking, lean bulking, all of the above. Learn how to do it so in the future you get so good at eyeballing food, understanding macronutrients, etc., that you barely have to do it unless you want to achieve a specific goal, such as, you know, getting below 10 to 12% body fat, or getting a certain strength number on the bench press, so you have to make sure you are eating X amount of calories. Eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You're 145 pounds, you want to bulk to 190, start eating at least 145 grams of protein per day. If you do go the full length and you learn how to count your calories, I say start eating 300 calories over your maintenance intake. Maintenance intake is going to be the amount of calories you eat on a daily basis to stay the same weight. How do you figure out what that is? You don't figure it out exactly. It's called trial and error. You're going to have to fail and figure it out several times. Go to iifym.com, if it fits your macros.com, and use their calculator to find TDEE. Take notes of everything I'm saying. It's probably going to be too much for you to understand. I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible. TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. This is how many calories your body burns every day based on your activity and exercise level. Let's say it's 2,600 calories. You know, you go out for walks 3 times a week, you have a lightly active job, you're just burning 2,600 calories a day. That means if you eat 2,600 a day, you should stay the same weight, relatively within 1 or 2 pounds. If you want to get big, I say start eating at least 300 calories over this. This is going to set you up for a lean bulk so you don't get fat on the way to getting huge. You gain a little bit of fat, okay, boo-hoo, it's not the end of the world. What I have learned in my experience is it's so much easier time-wise and I guess effort-wise to lose the fat in the end than it is to build the muscle. To actually build muscle, it's a slow process. You really have to push yourself in the gym. And it's definitely a lot harder than losing fat. In my personal opinion, if you want to clip that and argue with me, be my guest. I could care less. I'm not going to argue back with you, lol. So, topic 4, technique and injury. For the love of God, if you take away one topic from this video, please let it be technique and injury. Man, I wish I could go back to the day one days when I first started lifting and correct my dumbass self. And I could be like Aaron Yeager in the future memories and be like, don't deadlift that weight, you dumbass. You're going to wreck your back, you know? So, but it's too bad. You know, we learn from our mistakes. I'm here so you guys don't also wreck your back. So why is technique and injury so important? You should learn good technique early on. My top 3 channels for this: Alpha Destiny, Jeff Nippard, and Jeremy Ethier. Do not sacrifice your technique and your form on your exercises no matter what. I don't care how big your ego gets. You really want to go for a PR on your 21st birthday, and if you don't get it by your 21st, you're gonna feel sad if it's a week after. Too bad, bro. Trust me. Don't push it. Don't sacrifice your form. Even the great Larry Wheels said, the sky is the limit if you don't get injured. And I don't wish any kind of sports injury on anyone. I have a herniated disc between my L4 and L5. You know why? Because I was obsessed with sumo deadlifting when I was 17 and I didn't have right form and I wanted to keep up with other guys in my grade. Oh, I want to sumo deadlift heavy, and I did it heavy, and guess what? I never deadlifted after that day. Isn't that nice? Wrecked my back, bro. I can't even load my freaking spine. That's why I don't back squat. That's why I'm building my legs with leg press and lunges. You don't want to end up like me and be an active vegetable on his way to being a full vegetable. Knock on wood. Hopefully not. Then don't get injured. How do you do that? Technique and injury prevention. Trust me on that. Take good care of yourself. Focus on form. If you're worried about other people looking at you in the gym because you're only benching 10s on each side, who the hell cares? Because if you're doing it crisp, your form is solid. That's how you strengthen the correct muscles to get stronger in the long run. You should not be sacrificing doing this chicken winging crap, or, you know, doing muscle ups, chicken winging it. Like, don't force the reps, bro. Fix the technique. Deal with lightweight at first and over a long period of time. In the long run, the turtle and the hare, bro, there's a reason the turtle wins. You're gonna see so many hares run by you, but in the end, I promise to God, you are gonna cross that finish line first, and then everyone's gonna he's on gear, bro. They're gonna accuse you of steroids because you built up to a 6-plate deadlift over a 5-year period without getting injured because you did it the right way. Avoid injury at all costs. The 5th topic, and probably one of the least important, supplements. I'm gonna go over the main ones. Pre-workout, fuck that shit. You really don't need it. Don't develop a tolerance to pre-workout. Honestly, if you want to make the gym interesting, take pre-workout only on PR days. On days that you want to go for a personal record, you want to PR on, pull-ups, you want to go for new bench max, something, just take pre-workout on those days. Promise you'll hit your PRs. But just like all things in life, too much of it takes away its utility and the benefit of it. But just in general, you should not need to consume that much caffeine every day, bro, just to be able to have a normal workout. Start by not starting, okay? Protein powder, don't really need it. It's hard for you to find good protein sources, and you know it's expensive and you can't really eat that much. Let's say you don't have a big appetite, yeah, use protein powder to get extra protein in. It's always better to just eat more meat and chicken. Creatine, long story short, yes, best natural supplement, for the love of God, has the most research done on it. Definitely take creatine. It's just goated. But at the end of the day, supplements are not magic. People think supplements are magic, they think gear is magic. None of that is actually magic. There's just enhancements to what you're already doing, and if you're already doing nothing, it's going to enhance nothing. Work on your technique, get your nutrition down, get your protein in, progressive overload, all of the above, and then the supplements is just icing on the cake, and cake is good without icing anyways. Now the 6th and final topic of this video. right? Body types. So these rules apply across the board, but if you have different types of body types, you have to do different things. So let's say you're just overweight, 25% body fat or more, just a fat person, right? I would recommend you eat at maintenance calories or maybe 300 below. Because the cool thing about it, since you're a gym noob and you're a little overweight, you will be able to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, even if you're eating less calories than your body burns. It's an amazing phenomenon, and it only works for a limited amount of time. Why not maximize it while it works? So if you're just overweight, you have no muscle but excess fat, eat below maintenance. You know, over time, 6-month period, you're gonna notice you're getting way leaner and way bigger and stronger, and it's cool. And after that 6-month period, it might start to lessen. So maximize it while you can. That's if you're overweight. If you're skinny fat, I just dropped a video on that maybe a month ago. Go watch that video. But same thing, I would recommend eat slightly above maintenance calories. Do not cut. You don't deserve to cut yet. If you're low muscle and, you know, kind of chubby body fat, you don't deserve to cut until you have sufficient amount of muscle to show. Like, you're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna be miserable. Your maintenance is gonna be like 1,500 calories after, and you're just gonna look like a skinny guy. Just build muscle first. Eat 300 to 500 calories over your maintenance if you're skinny fat. Last but not least, my favorite, I wish this was me, but also I don't, because I don't understand your guys' struggle. If you're skinny and you're a hard gainer, no matter how many bananas you eat, you cannot gain weight, bro. The solution is vacuum mouth. I know you feel like you're eating enough. You need to eat more. You need to find foods that are higher in calories, pasta, stuff like that, that will, you know, make you less full with smaller portions but have higher calories. Okay, you guys just need to eat as much as you freaking can. Obviously, you still want to hit a crap ton of protein. That's how you're gonna build muscle. But in your guys' situation, you don't put on fat. You don't put on any weight in general. If you overeat, I've had so many skinny hard gainer friends that blow up in the gym because they start force feeding and taking mass gainers and crap like that, and they don't put on a single pound of fat. They just get so jacked. Granted, they're miserable all the time. They're shitting their pants 5 times a day, and they're gassy, and they're always full, but they're 5'11", 190, 5% body fat. They look insane. I don't know, bro. Like, pros and cons, I would rather look like that, even though I'm ripping ass all the time. So your guys' solution, just eat more. Now, to wrap it all up, the most important things are routine, full body 3 times a week for the first 3 months. As you get used to it, switch to back buys, chest tries, legs, shoulders, which is pull, push, legs for the next 3 months, okay? 2, progressive overload. Increase the weight, increase the reps, increase the sets. Give the muscle a reason to freaking grow, right, dude? 3, protein and calories, right? The bare minimum. Track your protein, 1 gram for every pound you weigh. If you weigh 200, eat 200 grams. Unless you're like, if you're really overweight, you weigh 280, doesn't need to be 280, you know, maybe like 200, just whatever your lean body mass is. I don't want to get too specified. That's for another video. I don't want to complicate it for you guys. So at least protein, preferably learn how to count calories. Just trust me, sit at a computer for 20 minutes and just put the time in, learn, understand, trial and error, how to count calories. It'll benefit you in the long run. 4, technique and injury. For the love of God, don't yourself up in the gym, please, bro. You're gonna make me sad. You're gonna make me sad, and then I'm gonna rip my mask off and scream at the camera, face reveal, surprise. I'm not actually gonna do that, but you know. 5, supplements, not that important. Take them if you want, icing on the cake. 6, body types. If you're fat, eat below your maintenance. If you're skinny fat, eat above your maintenance. And if you're a hard gainer, just skinny, maintenance doesn't exist. You need double that, basically. So that being said, it's a Ski Mask Duets signing out. I hope you found some value in this video. If you're a gym noob, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. This is pretty much everything I wish I knew when I first started and I was benching 6 times a week like an idiot, you know, and I didn't know what I was doing. Now we have resources, great. So leave a like, subscribe please, share the video with another gym noob that you think might benefit from it, and let's create the best version of ourselves and the most jacked version of ourselves to give to the world. All right, peace.
Are you ready to get jacked?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, the secret to getting jacked is